Alright guys, over here in Terre Haute, Indiana, West Terre Haute, Indiana. Picking up these, picking up 3 of these. Not too sure how we're gonna get them all on, but he said we're gonna get them on, so we should be able to. If I can find a place to set you guys. Hold on. Alright guys. So what we're gonna do, put a chain right there and then a chain up here. We're gonna go, we're doing 4 chains, 4 binders. One more coming. Should be able to turn it around and put them in close together. Yeah, we should be all right. Wait for him to figure out what he's doing now. Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He's gonna have it so they can swing this one right here over. Alright, no problem. Alright guys. So they were saying to put a chain here and do it that way, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to do straps. We'll put a strap up there. Boop. And then we'll put a strap over here. And we'll do the same thing on this side. So that way we don't have to worry about it. And then over here, of course, like I said, we're going to do 4 chains, 4 binders. I've already got everything out, so I'm going to use everything I took out already. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Because he didn't know if I was getting a big one or not. And then when he came back and said, no, you're going to get small ones, I was like, well, I'm just going to throw 8 chains and 8 binders. That way I could be on the safe side, you know? So, let me get to throwing these chains real quick.
Now, 'cause hard work pays off, that's the truth. Ain't no shortcut gonna pull you through. Blood, sweat, tears underneath this hat. Everything I got, yeah, I earned all that. From the gravel roads to the bright neon lights, I kept on pushing through the longest nights. When the dust settles, you'll see what I'm talking about. Hard work pays off, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I stayed 10 toes when the pressure got heavy. Never hit the brakes, kept the foot on steady. Small town roots with a big time vision. Built my own lane, made my own decision. Clocked in early, clocked out late. Now the whole crew eating off the food on the plate. They call it luck, but they never saw all the nights I spent giving it my all. So if you're down and wondering if it's worth the fight, keep your head high and keep the fire burning bright.
Hi, morning guys. So this is what we picked up after we found out which ones we needed. And this back one right here won't stay running. Unless you play with those group of wires right there. Mess around with those, the thing will run. So that's what they told me, to let them know that that's what needs to happen. I wanted them to put these on straight. I asked them, I wanted these tires, you know, touching. You know, so that way they're level. But whatever, it is what it is. We picked this one. This one right here is the only one that's got a propane tank. All the other ones, they took them off. I don't know what that's all about. Hi, Maxie. Hey, Max, the bro. So we put a strap over this, over these buckets here, which are nice and tight. So, I'm coming. So we got them pulling forwards and backwards on every one of them. Hold on, let me put him in. Alright, so anyway, yeah, so we got pulling forward and backwards. And then we got the one there where we got all the buckets done. And so we were trying to figure out with the way I wanted to do it the first time, but for some reason the way they got them pushed all the way up like that, I couldn't do it the way I wanted to do it. Which it didn't matter. We were there. But by the time they found the units, got them on the trailer, and then got the other one started, which took a long time. We were there for 4 hours. They were gone when I left. They literally were gone. So we just sat in the truck after we got done and cooled off because it was 100 degrees out. And that was crazy. That was crazy. So anyway, so now we have 642 miles. Like I said, I'm over here in Oakwood, Illinois on 74, exit 206 at the Loves. Because I just didn't feel like going anywhere yesterday after I got done. I hadn't eaten all day, and being in that heat like that, that's not good. So we got here, we fueled up. We put in 135 gallons, I believe, $700. I believe that's what it was. Hold on, don't want to lie to you. Let's see. 134.902. And then, of course, we did the DEF, 5.013 gallons. which I fill up my DEF every time. I know it's a company truck. Even in my other truck, every time I filled up, the DEF always got filled up. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not having my DEF pulling from the bottom of the tank. And you wonder why your DEF system gets jacked up, because it's pulling all that dirt. Just top it off. It ain't gonna hurt to top it off, especially in the wintertime. If you put fuel in your truck, you should put fuel in it. You should put the DEF in too. That's the way I look at it. Until they stop the system, we have to use it. Which would be nice if they stop it, but we know that's never gonna happen, because the stupid retarded California people, they think that that's so important, even though it's hurting the environment, killing the trees and stuff. But anyway, so that's what we got going on, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna run. We're not gonna run this whole thing. We're gonna run all the way up to Menominee, Wisconsin. Either Menominee or go all the way up to exit 10. I don't know the name of that exit. In Wisconsin. There's a Flying J and a Quick Trip. So if I can make up time and get up there to that Quick Trip, we'll park there. And then that should lead us with some good miles in the morning. Not a lot of miles. And then what we'll do is, because it says not to be there until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That ain't going to happen with John. You know, John's not playing that game. I don't know why they put 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's crazy. Alright. Let me say we get out of here. Let's see how much more time we need. I've got to turn my system on. Okay. Now, I told you where I was. This system here is so stupid. It says we're in Danville. We're not in Danville. Christ, we're in Oakwood, Illinois. Danville's friggin', what, 16 miles down the road? 14 miles down the road. This system is whacked, I'll tell you. But, so we still got 6 minutes. So 6 or 5. We had somebody knock on our freaking door this morning. I was almost awake anyways. But it was like 5:30 and I was like, what the hell? So I got up, got dressed, told him to be quiet 1,000 times. And I rolled down the window and the guy says, you need to move. I said, who the hell are you? You need to move so I can get through. I was like, this ain't a throughway. This is a fucking parking spot. I can learn to read the friggin' lines and stuff. Well, I'll end up hitting you. I said, you hit me, you go to jail. That's all it is to it. And he ended up backing out. He wanted me to move so he could pull forward. Come on, guys. I can do better than that. You're going to wake somebody up at 5:30 in the morning because you're too dumb enough to back into a parking spot and too stupid enough to back out of the parking spot. I don't care who gets mad at me, because when I get woke up like that for the stupidest reason, I just get frustrated. But anyways, so I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to get up out of here. Alright, guys. Well, we'll talk to you guys when we stop for our half an hour break. Alright, later. Alright, morning, guys. We made it to our delivery here in Minnesota. We're backing up to the loading dock now. Kind of got a hill here, so it's kind of hard to keep this junky automatic from rolling. There we go. All right. All right, we are, of course, early. They wanted me here. ATS wanted me here at 4 o'clock this afternoon, but that weren't going to happen. So, let's get out here. No, you got to wait. I've already taken you out. We just stopped at the road, so you're fine. You're gonna have to get daddy a minute. Let me get this done, Maxie. No, you're fine. Oh, well, told you there was a hill there. You wait until daddy gets done, okay? I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. So anyway, so we're here. Hey, clean this mess up. All right, as you can tell, everything arrived perfect. Just the way I picked it up. All right, so they're waiting on me, and they're also waiting at me at the terminal too. So let me get this done so we can get this unloaded and get to the friggin' terminal. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, all unchained, winches all put back with the bungees. Now we just wait for them to come and unload us. Yeah, so little brat got out. I know. He always has to get out every time his truck stops. Okay, buddies. Yeah, so we have to go to the terminal because tomorrow I got to go in for an AIP, annual in-person meeting. It's usually like a group of us. But we're going to do that tomorrow from, what they say, 8 o'clock until noon. So I asked if there's going to be a load after. I said, because I'm not just taking this little load and then have to wait. Are you all done, buddy? No, come over here. This dog. Hold on, he's taking a crap. Alright, guys. So we are, like I said, still waiting to get unloaded. I hope they don't make me wait till 4 o'clock. Get a little bit ticked off. Hey. So anyways, so we'll get out of here and we'll start heading towards St. Cloud. And I'm thinking about it, just gonna think about going home next weekend. I don't really want to do this anymore. I don't know if I want to keep on staying out 3 to 5 months at a time. I think I'm just gonna go home. I've already talked to the wife, told her I'd come home on the 1st. So that way we can get stuff done. That's what I'm thinking. So, well, until they unload us, I guess we'll just sit here and wait. So we'll get back to you guys. Alrighty, guys, we're finally done. Half an hour off duty, 43 on duty. Then he comes out, he goes, "Oh, are you all done?" I said, "Yeah, just been waiting on you." But anyway, so we're out of here. We're heading to the terminal. Keep you guys posted if anything happens. Thank you guys for watching, liking, and commenting. We will catch you on the next video. Later.